Seriously, 2026 has been wild for games. If you're feeling totally buried by all the new stuff and don't know what to play next, I've got you. Honestly, Saros caught me completely off guard. It's one of those indie gems that feels way bigger than its budget suggests. You're tossed into this desolate, beautifully realized world, and the game doesn't hold your hand for a second. The atmosphere is thick enough to cut with a knife, and the way the narrative slowly unravels through environmental storytelling is just brilliant. It's got a bit of that cryptic, figure-it-out-yourself energy that keeps you obsessively playing until 3 a.m. If you're tired of the usual big studio formula and want something that actually respects your intelligence while delivering a haunting, unique experience, you've got to check this out. It's easily one of the best surprises this year.
Why?
Man, this remake is absolutely terrifying. I thought I knew what I was getting into with a classic horror title, but the visual upgrade makes the haunting atmosphere of that lost village hit way harder. Playing as the twin sisters, you're basically helpless against these vengeful spirits, relying entirely on your trusty camera obscura to snap them into submission. It's tense, it's claustrophobic, and the sound design is legitimately going to make your skin crawl. Even if you're a veteran of the original, the new mechanics and lighting effects make this feel like a fresh nightmare. Turn off the lights, put on some headphones, and prepare to be genuinely scared all over again.
Let go of my hand.
Bungie finally gave us their new extraction shooter, and it is a total adrenaline rush. Forget the standard battle royale stuff. This is about scavenging, managing your risk, and getting out alive before things get hairy. The sci-fi setting is incredibly detailed, and the gunplay feels as tight as you'd expect from the studio that basically defined the genre. Whether you're rolling solo or forming uneasy alliances with randoms using proximity chat, the tension is always at a breaking point. It's brutal, it's rewarding, and that loop of just one more run is going to dominate your gaming sessions. If you love high-stakes extraction games, this is definitely your new obsession.
Well, here we are. This is it. Time for us to part ways.
If you have ever felt like Dragon Quest games are a bit too old school, this reimagining is here to prove you wrong. They took one of the biggest, most complex stories in the series and gave it a massive glow-up. The world feels huge, the party interactions are better than ever, and the classic turn-based combat is just as satisfying as you'd hope. It's honestly the perfect mix of nostalgic comfort and modern game design. Plus, traveling between time periods to fix the past and save the present is still such a genius hook. It's a massive, colorful, and genuinely heartwarming adventure that you can easily get lost in for weeks.
You until you do! You and your little friends!
Okay, look, we both know the Trail series is a massive time sink, but Beyond the Horizon is the payoff we've all been waiting for. It's incredible how the series handles these massive, interconnected storylines. The political intrigue, the slow burn world building, and those tactical turn-based battles are all firing on every cylinder here. If you've stuck with the series this long, this game hits all the right emotional notes. It's refined, it's polished, and it feels like a genuine event in the series' history. Yeah, you have to be ready for the long haul, but the payoff is worth every single hour. It's basically the gold standard for JRPG storytelling right now.
警戒しましょう。
気合い
おまけだよ。甘い。
合わせよう
Okay, mewgenics is weird, hilarious, and honestly a bit unhinged. You're essentially managing a sprawling, genetic tinkering cat farm, and it is bizarrely addictive. The humor is super dry, the art style is charmingly grotesque, and the tactical gameplay has way more depth than you'd think at first glance. You're constantly trying to breed the perfect cats to survive these insane, dangerous challenges, and the sheer variety of mutations keeps things fresh. It's one of those games where you realize 4 hours have passed while you're just trying to figure out how to give your favorite cat a third eye. If you want something genuinely unique and refreshing, this is it.
Working my bones like a slave each and every day.
How foolish of you.
Team Ninja did not hold back. If you loved the punishing, hyper-fast combat of the first 2 games, Nioh 3 is going to feel like coming home. The combat is even deeper this time around, with new stances and weapon types that make fighting feel more fluid than ever. The bosses are just as relentless and fair, forcing you to actually learn their patterns instead of just button-mashing your way to victory. It looks fantastic on PS5, and the performance is butter smooth. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those who live for that perfect high-octane action RRPG challenge, this is easily the new king of the genre. This isn't your standard Pokemon game, and that is exactly why it's so much fun. Imagine a cozy life sim where you get to build a village alongside your favorite Pokemon. It's adorable. Playing as a Ditto and helping other Pokemon build their world feels like such a fresh change of pace from the usual catch-em-all grind. It's charming, relaxing, and the sheer amount of personality they've packed into every interaction is great. Whether you're hanging out with Chef Denti or just decorating your little corner of the world, it's just pure, wholesome fun. It's the perfect game to chill out with after a long, stressful day. Dude, if you want that Monster Hunter fix, but you're honestly just too tired to sweat through intense real-time boss fights, you gotta look at Monster Hunter Story's 3 Twisted Reflection.
Just give me
The
a
turn-based combat in this is surprisingly deep, but the real hook is how insanely charming it is to hatch and bond with your monsters. Like, the whole loop of hunting down rare eggs, waiting for them to hatch, and slowly building your ultimate dream team is pure dopamine. They added some crazy new story twists and the graphics look gorgeous on screen. It's just this massive, cozy RPG adventure that never feels like a grueling grind. Perfect game to just put your feet up and zone out with after a brutal day.
This isn't good. I let up! Let's go! This will do it! We got this!
Alright, Slay the Spire 2 is basically digital crack, I swear. If you loved the first one, this thing is going to completely erase your sleep schedule. I don't even know how they managed to improve on something that was already perfect, but they did. The new classes feel totally different and let you pull off some absolutely unhinged card combos that make you feel like a literal genius. It's punishing as hell, but it's always fair, so whenever you lose, you just immediately click New Run because you know exactly what you screwed up. It's the ultimate just 15 more minutes game that ends up turning into a 4-hour obsession at 2 in the morning. Seriously, just buy it.
This is all my fault.
You gotta play Resident Evil Requiem, but honestly, leave the lights on. It's an absolute masterclass in making you feel completely helpless. They brought back that old school survival horror tension, where you're constantly stressed about running out of ammo. Every single bullet matters, and walking down a dark hallway when you only have 3 shots left is terrifying. The ambient sounds alone will give you goosebumps, and the monsters are way more aggressive and smart this time. They don't just mindlessly wander, they actually hunt you. It's just this super tight, exhausting nightmare that doesn't let you breathe for a second. If you like actually being scared out of your mind, this is the one.
Your honesty is admirable, but I tell you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Man, Crimson Desert is such a massive flex. The world they built is just unreal to look at, and the combat feels heavy, gritty, and incredibly satisfying when you land a hit. You're basically wandering around this massive, cutthroat fantasy land. And honestly, you can't go 5 minutes without stumbling into some crazy random event or a wild boss fight. The story following Cliff and his mercenary crew actually sucks you in too, which is rare for a game this huge. It's the exact kind of game that reminds you why we love open worlds in the first place. You can just lose an entire weekend exploring and feel zero regrets. It's gorgeous, ambitious, and just regular fun.
Save it for later, sports!
So many weak spots.
I didn't think they could top the last one, but Forza Horizon 6 setting the festival in Japan was a literal stroke of genius. Drifting through a stylized, neon-lit version of Tokyo at midnight feels so incredibly cool. There are an absurd number of cars to unlock, but the game never feels like work because just driving around aimlessly feels amazing. The physics hit that perfect sweet spot between arcade fun and realistic control. It looks absolutely stunning on screen, and the sheer sense of speed when you're flying down the highway is insane. Whether you're a hardcore car nut, or you just want to drive fast and look at pretty lights, it's just pure joy. I was pretty skeptical about a new James Bond game, but 007 at First Light completely blew me away. It's not just a basic first-person shooter. It actually makes you feel like an elite spy. You spend way more time sneaking around, using ridiculous gadgets, and improvising your way out of bad situations. The story follows a younger, slightly wilder Bond, and the voice actor absolutely nails that charming but dangerous vibe. The levels are huge and gorgeous. 1 minute you're in the freezing mountains, the next you're crashing a high-stakes underground market. It honestly feels like you're playing through a massive, multi-million-dollar movie. If you want a really slick stealth action game, you gotta try it. All right, number 1 has to be Pragmata because it is just completely out of this world. You're playing as this guy in a massive spacesuit alongside this creepy but cute little girl navigating a broken space station on the moon. The graphics and the lighting in this are some of the best I've ever seen. It literally looks next-gen. The gameplay keeps throwing these wild, mind-bending mechanics at you so you never get bored fighting off rogue robots. Capcom took a massive gamble on a totally weird, original concept here, instead of just making another sequel, and it paid off big time. It's easily the coolest, most unforgettable thing to drop all year. You absolutely have to experience it.